Well, hang on. Forgot the PNG tour again. There we go. What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing today, or tonight, or this morning, depending on your time zones? How is everybody? Nenzo, welcome to the stream. How is everybody today? Burger. Anyway. Well, yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Blah. Well, sorry for the wait. Fortnite is currently updating right now, and it might take around, I want to say like 5 minutes ish, maybe. I don't know. I don't think my internet is really that fast, so in the meantime, I guess we could try a different game. Why not? Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Anyway, let's see. Lego 2K Drive. I haven't played that in a while. Maybe another time. Party Animals? Could do that. What's a game I already have installed? Duke Nukem 3D? Nah, probably not. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga? I don't really know about this one. I mean, I've already played it so much today, off stream. Just getting all the free play stuff. Maybe not. How about Mortal Kombat 1? That probably sounds like fun, yeah. You know, let's do Stanley Parable again. Why not? Let me just change the stream category real quick. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Done. Play. And then change scene to desktop game. What the heck? What is that set to? That is weird. Hang on, let me... Play. Let's see if that does anything. Are you back, chat? I don't know what happened. My stream just like stopped working for a second. But I guess everything's fine now. I don't know how to fix this. Well, I mean, I could just hide it, but then again, maybe. You know what? I'll just hide it. Why not? I mean, it's probably not going to be used for the rest of the stream anyway. Anyway. What time is it right now? It is currently 4:17 p.m. Confirm. 4:17 is your favorite time of the day, or could you simply not get blah 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 blah? Nope, I put in the correct time. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious about blah 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 blah. Accurate. Regardless of the, I guess the clock, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Can I play the game now? Okay. Is it stuck? Do I have to reboot the game, or...?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, sorry about that, chat. That was weird anyway.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, that was weird. The game just... Why is it doing that? That's not normal. Wait, is it the controller? No, it's not the controller. What is going on? That's never happened before. Hang on. Let me... Let me, like... Okay.
He lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay. That... Huh? Why? Hang on. Is it this? Is it the Epic Store browser? I have honestly no idea, but in the meantime, maybe this will help. This should probably do it. Let's move around here for a second. Okay, I think that seems to have fixed it. I don't know if it was the web browser or the Epic browser. I had a web browser open for Twitch so I could change the stream category, but I guess closing it fixed it.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Or
tightly
not.
to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a stick.
Okay, I'm gonna guess it's the Epic game browser that's causing issues. Hang on, let me bring up the task manager real quick. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I'm really not sure of what the problem could be.
Case, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay. Actually, I was gonna get the one downstairs, but we'll come back to that one.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
It's, really broken here. I really have nothing else to say. I mean, it's just not working right. I mean, it is, but it's just... the game, it just...
The elevator raced downward.
It's just lagging. I don't know what it could be. It might... It might because I'm downloading a Fortnite update in the background, but then again, I don't know for sure, so... I really don't know what the problem could be. I mean, I might know what the problem could be, but I don't know for sure if that's what it is or not. Hmm. Hmm. Should I just play the game? Or maybe I should wait for the update to finish? I really don't know. Hmm. You know, let's just
Plummeting
continue.
towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Nah, let's go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Actually, hang on a second, chat. I need to check on something. I'll be right back. Hello again, chat. I am back. I apologize for the wait. But anyway. Fortnite just finished updating, which is great. But right now, let's focus on this game.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator. Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
That is strange.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, we're gonna have to ban that. Why can't I... Okay. Ban. There we go. I don't need cheap viewers.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing. Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator. Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be? Stanley and the bucket.
Hang on a second, chat. I gotta check something real quick. Hang on. Okay, never mind. I think I'm fine now. Anyway.
It walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I'll go this way. Actually, let's restart the game, because I want to try and get a different ending this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello, what's this? Figurine Finders Committee meeting today. Interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay, then. Oh, wait, there's probably no endings through here.
Stepping in...
Here we go. Okay, then we'll go this way. Pick this up. Okay, let me just go in here. You are now leaving. Escape pod launch bay. Here we go. The escape pod. Is this it? Are these the last moments with the bucket? That poor bucket. We may never
All of
see
his
it again.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I forgot about this. There we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Oops. Oh well. Anyway.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket is back.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Okay. I won't. But at least I unlocked something special for the epilogue.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the...
Actually, I think since the problem's fixed now, I think we can set the...
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Blaps. Oopsies.
I meant to go to the red and blue door room.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And by took the door on his left, he meant shut it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
No.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, I'm just gonna collect this figurine real quick.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Yay! Alright, let's go back to the game now.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nah, I'm taking the blue one.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Blue one.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think
Blue
you're
one.
communicating properly. Stanley? All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there?
Yes.
You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
Yes.
don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
No.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really?
Yes.
Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to. Actually, chat, I don't really feel good, so I'm just gonna end stream early. Ugh. Can we find someone to raid to? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see. We got. Seth Cooper. Can we raid Seth Cooper? I don't know. Let's find out. Raid Seth Cooper. Oh, shoot. Oops. I put his name in wrong. Whoops. Seth Cooper. Oh, forgot the raid command. Boop. There he is. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.